goes beyond the ADHD to something more.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, these kids, even the ADHD doesn't really explain the complexity of the behaviors that parents are experiencing. And I guess what I want to take a stand for is that that's a very real experience, and that doesn't mean that parents are bad parents or providers are bad providers, but it means that we're only now beginning to understand the depths of complexity for this next percentage of kids that are really dealing with so much more than just ADHD.
Mm-hmm. And I think that whether it's parents bring up, boy, in my experience, this seems like more struggle than other friends whose kids have been diagnosed with ADHD.
Mm-hmm.
The clinician looks back and thinks, boy, this just isn't, we've gone through 5 different medicines and they've done some one thing or another, and it's more than just anxiety or ADHD. And there certainly is a tendency to, we've identified this diagnosis. And that's almost a common in medicine where you identify one diagnosis and you see, boy, that treatment didn't work. We have to go back and consider another one. And that's the part that clinicians may think, well, I don't see something else. Well, if you don't know what you're looking for, you're not going to see it.
Exactly.
My guest today has been Elaine Taylor Klaus, who's a founder of Impact Parents, online virtual parent coaching groups. He's written 3 books, and the latest one, Essential Guide to Raising Complex Kids, really does put together a lot of things she's learned and thought about and worked with over a number of years. Her website is impactparents.com, and I will have that website and the titles of her book in the information on the podcast. Elaine, thank you so much for coming on the show again. It's always a pleasure to discuss things with you.
Thanks for having me, David. It's always a pleasure for me as well. I really enjoyed the opportunity. And I just want to remind the people listening that one step at a time, progress over perfection, we can make a difference.
Mm-hmm. One step at a time. This is your host, David Pomeroy, host of ADHD Focus. So long.